What's going on, guys? Herb G back at you again with another video. And today I'm going to show you how your money at a bank is not your money. Because when you deposit your money into a bank account, the bank becomes the legal owner of that money. And I first heard this from a guy named Dixon. If you guys don't know him, you guys should definitely check him out. I'll have a couple links to his social media in the description, but he's very active on Twitter, and he has his own YouTube channel, so all you have to do is just type in Simon Dixon, he'll come right up. But he's been in the financial sector for almost 2 decades. He believes in Bitcoin, and I think you guys should really check him out. So I'm going to call these 3 banks. I'm going to call them with you guys on the line, with you guys watching me, so that way you know that this is not made up. We'll see how it goes, and without further ado, here we go.
Thank you, and just a reminder that these calls are monitored and recorded. How may I help you today?
Yeah, well, I was actually wondering, do you guys have any accounts where the bank is unable to access my funds?
Say that again. The bank is not able to access your funds?
Yeah, like in the case of a bank failure or something like that, that my assets are not available to the bank's discretion.
Are you talking about FDIC insurance? Like if we go under?
Well, I'm just saying, like, in general, like when I...
If I'm not understanding, then I apologize.
Yeah, no problem. Like money, like if I deposit my money, like the bank doesn't have access to it at all, just me solely.
Well, because you're utilizing to handle your money, has the right to access the funds in any way for the right reasonings. For example, there's a levy or a garnishment placed on your account. Receive the legal documentation from that bank or that legal team that we need to place a levy or garnishment, then we are required by federal regulations to place that levy or hold. But we don't go in and just take money out without any reasoning. So it would be, based on the bank's reasoning for pulling out money. Say you overdrafted your account, or you made a deposit into your account and the funds were not available to cover it. Then we have the right to pull those funds out because we are processing those items.
Okay, well, I'm just kind of speaking outside of that. Like if you guys, kind of like what you said earlier, like if you went under or if you guys...
so the FDIC insurance absolutely has that. The FDIC insurance is, say something happens. With the FDIC insurance, you are covered up to $250,000 per Social Security number. So what that means is if you have up to $250,000 in your accounts and something happens to the bank, that money is protected.
Okay, but what about in the financial crisis? Like, the 2008 banking crash? You guys have access to the funds.
Say that again. When the bank crashed, what happened?
No, I'm asking, like in a crash, you guys are able to access the funds just so that you can just make sure that, or try to at least make sure you have cash on hand, correct?
Oh, absolutely. That's where the FDIC insurance comes through to make sure that you're protected for your money. If, say, somebody hacked our system, we still have the funds on hand for the financial centers to do business on that date and so forth.
Okay. But if you guys go under, though, the FDIC can't cover all accounts, though.
It's going to cover per Social Security number up to the $250,000, and then it's also going to be based on titling. So, like for example, if there's a husband and wife, they're entitled up to $250,000 per So that account, if there's two parties, are allowed to have up to $500,000 protected. So what that means is if I have $1 million in my account, and then something happens to the bank for whatever reason, and I'm the only signer on that account, my $1 million is not protected. Only $250,000 of that's protected. So then me as the consumer, depositing that amount, I would want to look at where I have that money at, how I would need to work on changing the titlings. If I need to look at a trust or a will to protect my assets, then I would go that route.
Okay. So, I mean, if anything happens to the bank, you pretty much just lost $750,000.
That's if anything happened to the bank under the FDIC insurance, correct?
I see. But I mean, in general, I'm just saying in general, just regular, everyday person. Once, if I deposit my money in the bank, you're saying that no matter what happens, I'm still insured $250,000, even though the bank has a right to access those funds.
I guess I'm trying to understand when you're saying the bank access these funds. Are you wanting to put money in the account, and then for any reason, say the bank finds out, that it's not due to, being done for legal purposes, we can go take that money out?
No. I'm saying, like if you guys have, more loans than money on hand, you guys give out what you guys have on your bank statement, your financial statements.
Our loans that we offer are completely separate than the cash that's on hand in the financial centers. We're not looking at okay, it has $5 million in assets, and then from that $2 million of that is in cash hand. Like that's not how the bank works. Based on loans are going to be what we're able to lend, and that's completely separate than what we have on hand in the financial centers to provide for that day or for the week or the month.
Okay, so it's a limit on loans depending on the day.
Well, see, our lending is completely separate because our lending departments, like we've got different lending departments. We've got our home loans, we've got our home equities, we've got, all of those different things. So that doesn't impact our day-to-day access to funds in your deposit accounts.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's just separate.
Absolutely. Yeah, our lending department is completely separate. That's its own line of business. And it's completely separate than the deposit accounts or even the consumer side of the financial centers.
I see. So when you guys get out a loan, you're saying that has nothing to do with the deposits on hand.
Correct. Now, what I think you're talking about is when you bring money in and you have that money sitting with Bank of America. Say, for example, you have $100,000 in, acceptable, like funds available, liquid. You bring that money to, it's going to sit in, you're going to earn interest on that, but then we, as the bank, have the ability to then utilize that and lend it out to consumers.
Right.
However, if something happens, you still have your $100,000 protected because that's cash money that you've deposited into the account due to the FDIC insurance.
Right.
Now, if under lending, I think now I understand where you're going with this. Now, under lending, if for any reason we were over lending,
right,
then that's under our federal regulations under the bank, which is completely separate than the money that you put in your account. You still have complete access to the liquid funds that you put in your savings account that we utilize to lend, but it's just in a different way that we're lending it.
Right. So that's why I was asking, do you have any accounts that the bank has no access to as far as the individual depositing.
No, because that's how the financial institutions have the ability to lend the assets that are being deposited in.
Gotcha.
So that's part of the federal regulations that the Federal Reserve and the Fed come up with their guidelines on how the banks can utilize the deposits that are deposited to then lend out.
Gotcha.
To other consumers.
Gotcha. Perfect. I see. I understand now.
I see where you're going with this. I'm like, what? I'm kind of confused, but
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense now.
Right. Nah, you got it. No, definitely.
Thank you so much. And how can I assist today?
Yeah, I was wondering, do you guys have any accounts where the bank has no access for lending?
What do you mean by no access for lending?
So when I deposit money into the bank has authorization to use those funds to lend it out to, I don't know, to people or whatever they choose to. I was just wondering if you guys have any accounts that the bank has no access to that for that.
As far as that goes, no.
No, okay.
Correct.
Do you guys have any private sectors or outside kind of I don't know outside access to private accounts or anything like that, or not really?
No, we do not.
Not at all. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it.
My pleasure. You have a wonderful day.
All right. Thank you. You too. Bye. That's crazy. I did spend 15 minutes with. I didn't even. I'm glad. I don't even know what I'm talking about. She already that's weird because she already knew what I was talking about. I didn't even think, because I thought this was gonna be maybe another 5 to 10 minute conversation to try to say hey, no, your money, you have access to the money, but she didn't even fight it. What does that mean? One more bank.
For account access or questions, say your account or card number or enter it followed by pound. For anything else, say other options.
Other options.
Alright, other options. You can say, open a new account, find a branch or ATM, verify an account, or damaged card. Otherwise, to access your account, say or enter the account or card number you're calling about.
Open new account.
Please hold while I connect you with a banker who can help you. For service on an existing account, press 1. If you are calling to apply for a new account, press 2. If you would like to open a new account, please apply online. Thank you.
So I gotta make an appointment just to make a new account? That's different. Well, I tried. Well, there you have it. There you have it, guys. When you deposit your money into the bank becomes the legal owner of that money and have the right to lend that money to whoever and give it to whatever, company, organization that they want. I'm pretty happy with 2 out of 3. So if you need, I don't know if you need any more convincing. I don't see how you would need any more convincing. Share this video with anybody. Like, comment, subscribe if you think this information is eye-opening, because when I heard it, it was eye-opening for me. Put your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know where you're at. Let me know your experience with crypto. Let me know how you feel about crypto. Let me know what you want to know about crypto. Excuse me, Bitcoin specifically, because I don't mess with any other coins. I have other coins, don't get me wrong, because at the beginning of my journey, I didn't know. So I dilly dabbled here and there. I didn't go all out with any one coin. And like I said, my first coin was actually, I believe, Ethereum, not Bitcoin. But once I started to take a deep dive and figure some stuff out with how the markets work and what why we do what we do, and why the market is the way it is, and why money controls the world, and how money works, and how money makes the world go round. When I got into all of that, I was like, oh wait, Bitcoin. I mean, that's the best way I can explain it. I said, oh wait, Bitcoin. Like I said, guys, I appreciate you guys watching until the end. Appreciate you guys being here. And until next time, man, hey, man, this is the future. You might as well make it a present. All right, guys, I'll see y'all next video.